Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over the 3 best body weight or body weighted exercises to make your quads grow. So starting off here, I'm just going to be doing some regular back bar squats. I'm just going to be warming up here with nothing on the bar. Just want to make sure that the knees and the hips are nice and warmed up. And today we're not going to be going too heavy because I did injure my hip a couple days ago, but I still wanted to make this video for you guys. So back bar squats are going to be awesome because they're going to work the glutes, quads, and hamstrings at the same time. But they're going to be awesome just for making the quads grow, because squats are an overall amazing exercises, especially back bar squats. You can move over to front squats, but I think that especially for people who generally don't squat too much with extra weight, back bar squats are going to be perfect. Now, still warming up with the 135 here. Like I said, I'm not going to be going too heavy today, but when you're doing squats, there's going to be a couple things you're going to want to do just to make sure that you're doing it properly. I won't go too into depth. Make a separate video for that, how to do a proper squat. But so starting off here, what you're going to want to do is put a comfortable amount of weight on there to be able to get a good rep range. I usually say between 8 and 12. And what I'm going to be doing today is 12, 10, 8, and 8. And so you're going to want to place the bar near the lower part of your traps. For lower back bar squats, what you're going to want to do is have your feet be slightly wider than shoulder width or whatever is comfortable for you, and have your toes slightly turned outwards. Not too much, but just a little bit. It's going to make it easier to squat. And what you're going to want to do is make sure that you have your eyes looking forward, that your chest does not drop. Make sure that you're keeping your chest up. And when you're bringing your knees down, you're going to make sure that you're going past 90 degrees and you're keeping your knees in line with your toes. Now, doing all this is going to make sure that you're doing a squat properly, that you're not getting injured, and make sure that you're not going too heavy, you're not doing any ego lifting. Squats can be pretty easy ego lift exercises one of the ego lifting exercises that lead to injury. So you're watching me do this here, have the bar on lower part of my traps. I have my feet slightly past my shoulders. I had to take a quick step forward there to readjust my feet. And then I have my legs turned, or my feet turned slightly outwards. And then when I'm going down, I have my knees staying in line with my toes. You're going to really want to make sure that you don't want them to be flaring outwards, and when you're pushing up, you don't want them to be going inwards. Now, very important, when you are pushing up, you want to make sure that you're pushing from your heels, not the front of your feet. If you push from the front of your feet, you're going to start to lean forward, fall forward, and that's when you start to get injured. You want to make sure that you're keeping the chest up while you're pushing from the heels. That's going to make the squat the easiest possible and make sure you're doing it properly. Now, done with the squat there, I did 225, did one more set after that, but I figured I shouldn't show you guys because it'd be the same thing. Now moving on to walking lunges. Walking lunges I have a love-hate relationship with because they are such a great exercise, but they are so freaking difficult. And now when you're doing walking lunges, you want to either get 2 dumbbells or a barbell that you can put on your back. I usually like dumbbells a little bit more. And what you're going to want to do is do weight where you can do a good 24 to 32 reps usually for each set. And 1 rep is going to be for each leg. So 1, 2, 3, as shown in the video there. And when you're doing these, you're going to want to make sure that you're bringing the foot straight forward from where it was in the back. Then you're doing a nice deep lunge, making sure that the back knee isn't touching the ground. And when you're pushing up, that you're pushing from the quad in the front, keeping it nice and steady. And when you're doing these, make sure that you're breathing the entire time. These can really take a lot out of you, and make sure that you're doing them properly. You're going to feel them a lot in your quads, but also a lot in your glutes. Now lastly, we're going to be moving on to sissy squats. First here, I'm just showing you guys how not to do them. Sissy squats can be pretty tough on the knees if not done properly, so I just want to make sure you guys are doing them the way that you're supposed to. Now, the way I'm doing them here is I'm just kind of quickly going down, just kind of bouncing back up, and I'm not really focusing on the muscle, the quad, or the joint itself. This is how you get injured. You want to make sure that when coming down, you're doing it in a much more controlled manner, not the way I'm showing it here. Now I'm going to show you guys how to properly do them. When you're coming down, you want to come down much more slowly, making sure that you're on the tips of your toes, and that you're bringing the knees down in a manner where they're not quite touching the ground, but they're very close to it. You want your chest and back to be straight in line with the knees when you're coming down, as you can see there, and then keeping it backwards when you're pushing back up. Make sure that you're pushing from the quads and the knees. It's going to be similar to a leg extension, the feeling in that. When you're doing that, and you have your hand on the bench there that I have, make sure that whatever you're using to balance, you're not using the push-up off of, but just as a balance. I usually like to do between 8 and 12 reps of those, making sure that you're not going to be locking out and make a really great blood flow and get a good pump. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and make sure to leave a suggestion and like it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.